Howdy everybody, Creepy Kentuckian here. That's right, from deadbit.com. Yeah, I'm snowed in all weekend. We've gotten something like a foot of snow here in Prestonsburg. I've shown you guys on Facebook. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere for a couple of days. We're not used to this kind of snow here in Kentucky, so yeah, have to find other ways to pass the time. You know, not going to be going to the Bull Creek Trade Center or to Peking or anything like that. So I thought I would do a video that takes no preparation, no skill, and no offense to anybody that does these, because I understand why you're doing them. They're easy. A DVD update, but I'm going to roid it up a little bit for you. I'm going to update you guys on Blu-Ray, HD DVD, and DVD, because I have all three formats, because I am a high-tech redneck, and I do dabble in obsolete formats. I still have a Laserdisc player, still have a VHS player, and always will have a HD DVD player. I know, I'm pathetic. Also though, I do have a cool pickup that I got from eBay. We all love eBay, and y'all know that I love Madman, the classic slasher film from the early 80s. And I sort of collect Madman memorabilia. I have a Madman 35mm film print, which is kind of rare. I have two different one-sheet posters, which you guys have seen. We actually met Madman, and I've got like a lot of really hard to find Madman stuff that I got from him. But I'd never seen this. So what this is here is a Australian Daybill size Madman poster, and I've been looking for this for a while. Actually talked to Paul Ehlers himself. I consider him a pretty good friend, the Madman from the movie. We've had him on the radio show, a lot of stuff like that, and just over the course of one night before he went to the Friday Night Film Fest, which our print played there, which was really cool too. We got to see Madman at the drive-in, pretty sweet. But I was asking him about, what was out there Madman related, because like I said, I collect the stuff. So I know there's a lobby card set, the posters I mentioned before. There's a really cool Pakistani poster. Maybe I can put a picture of it up on this video so you guys can see it. I don't have that, but he was talking about how cool that was. So I definitely want to look for that one. That's a must-have for my Madman collection. But this one, yeah, I think he said he had this one too, so it's pretty cool. So what I have next is just a bunch of movies and a TV show, something I want to mention real quick. I haven't watched this yet, so I don't know if it's any good, but I've heard a lot of people say it is. It is the complete first season of Heroes, and this is on HD DVD. And like I said, I'd never heard of the show before. Well, I've heard of the show, I haven't seen it. But the reason I got this is it was $3.99 shipped from eBay. So I'm like, this is, I don't know how many hours this is. This is 7 discs full of Heroes on HD DVD, and it says on about 12 hours of just additional material to watch on this. So yeah, I wasn't going to pass this by. Like I said, I've been randomly buying more HD DVD stuff. So yeah, I picked this one up, $3.99. Hey, I will watch it at some point. It's got a pretty cool plot to it. I did read about it a little bit. So, but like I was saying, for $3.99 for a 7-disc set, you can't really go wrong there. And you guys can give me your opinions on this show. Usually with me and TV shows, once I get started watching a season, I will not quit until it's all done. Not in one day, but So I picked that up on HD. Oh yes, some other HD stuff. We'll just go through the formats first, I guess. I got this one and a bunch of other stuff on HD, which I'll probably split this up into a few parts, just so I can get it all in there. This is Kevin Smith's Mallrats, and I did order a Kevin Smith collection, which I'll probably get to a little bit later. I'm going to do something a little unique with this video. I'm just going to try to, over the next week until Christmas, show you everything that I've gotten in, you know, because like I said, I'm going to be snowed in, so we're going to do this in parts. But Kevin Smith's Mallrats is like the only Kevin Smith movie that was released in HD that's not on Blu-ray yet. So I got this one for like $2, and it's a pretty sweet movie. It's definitely not one of my favorite Kevin Smiths, but it's cool to have. It's something that I like, but I don't like enough to buy it on Blu-ray, so whenever it does come on Blu-ray, I'll just hang on to this. This is good enough for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Up next is, and this is a cool one. This is the coolest HD I have to show you guys. And there's some cool, interesting backstory to this. This is the German Steelbook, and the last official HD DVD release came out last year, in December of last year. This is Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. And like I said, you can see it's in the Steelbook there. Ooh, yeah. And see the, pretty sweet. I think the company Senator brought this one out. And the cool story about this one is, this was ready, I think, in June of last year, June of 2008. But the Weinstein Company pretty much threatened lawsuits if they brought it out before they did in the U.S. And we ultimately, also in December of last year, got this Blu-ray edition. And that allowed for the German edition to come out. Now, I like this movie quite a bit. I know some people out there they're bigger fans of Robert Rodriguez's entry, which is Planet Terror. It's more of a traditional horror movie for sure. But what people didn't realize is the Grindhouse name, in general, Grindhouse Theaters, doesn't necessarily mean strictly horror films. You had a lot of, you know, fast car racing, crashes, you had westerns, you had all kinds of stuff, blaxploitation. And these Grindhouse films, you know, 42nd Street, New York City, you know, in the 70s and early 80s, you had all kinds of bizarre shit. And, you know, Italian spaghetti westerns, like I was saying. And I think that's why people didn't get Death Proof. They're like, that's not even really a horror movie, although it does have some gory elements and stuff like that. And they were thrown off. They're thinking, Grindhouse, man, that should mean horror. That should mean strictly horror films. Not necessarily, though. And you know, I know it is quite talky at times among the girls and stuff. And I think Quentin Tarantino, oddly enough, gets sort of off on that. I don't know. But I liked it. I think Kurt Russell did a great job in it as Stuntman Mike, and it's a really fun movie. Actually, I own it thrice, because I do have the Steelbook DVD as well, go along with the Steelbook HD DVD and the regular Blu-ray. And you all know that at some point, the movie Grindhouse, with all of the trailers and stuff in it, will all make it to DVD, Blu-ray, you know, whatever. Not HD DVD, unfortunately, but like I was saying, this is sealed still. I got a really good deal on this, so I want to keep it sealed, and I think it'll be worth quite a bit of money at some point. Like I was saying, it is the last official HD DVD. I do know that Anthem Pictures is coming out with a, I believe it's a independent film Deadlands: The Rising, which is the sequel to the indie zombie movie Deadlands. And I don't know what to think about that. I'm waiting on a review for the HD DVD of it. I was thinking about getting it just for the hell of it, because it was technically the last, up to this point, HD DVD. I think it's not even officially out yet. But it's a little bit, I don't know. I want to wait and see what people say about it. I know it's limited, but something sounds a little off with it. I don't know if it's, I don't know. We'll wait and see. I don't know if it'll be a real HD DVD release, but this is definitely up to now, this is the last official HD, and it's pretty cool to have. It's odd that they didn't have Planet Terror out with it. I don't know what the deal was with that, but yeah, at least we have Death Proof. Up next, couple of DVDs. You guys think I've turned my back on DVD that we got in? This one right here is Toe Tag Pictures Mask Head. And we've had Fred Vogel on the show. Fred Vogel's a nice enough guy, really cool guy. But I think the whole shock, torture stuff is really sort of lost its luster, if it ever had a luster to begin with. I mean, it's not, they try to do stuff in this movie that's just, it's stupid, really. I mean, you got these two scumbags urinating on somebody, and it's just not really shocking. You know, it's getting a little silly. But this is not really that much different from the August Underground and the other stuff they were doing. I think Red Sin Tower is the best movie that they have done, and they've never really attempted to do another movie like that. I don't know if it cost a lot more to do a movie like that, but this is another one that, you know, looks like it was shot sort of on a camcorder. The whole plot of the movie is these two porn producers are putting together this fetish video, and ultimately what they're putting together is a snuff video to sell to people overseas and stuff like that. And there's just a lot of, I don't know, there's some homosexual fisting action up to the elbow in it, and I don't really know what to say about it. I didn't enjoy it. I think, like I was saying, Fred Vogel's a nice guy, but yeah, I just don't get much out of movies like this. So that's Maskhead. We were sent this one to review. I think it's on the show, the last show we've done, toetagpictures.com. You can check out their stuff there. And another really cool one that we reviewed, that I don't even think this comes out until February, but this is something that you guys definitely, if you're into the 42nd Street Forever series, like the guys at Synapse do those, you want to check out Stephen Romano's Shock Festival. And what this is another collection of, you'll find collections of exploitation trailers of all kinds, not only horror, but, you know, get the Gonzo stuff, the Mondo films, anything really you can think of, blaxploitation, all that and more in this. And you actually have, I'll get this out and show you guys. This is a really cool package in this too, is what I was excited about. This is a, you get this open, it's a 3-disc set. And on this third disc right here, you get a MP3 disc full of remastered radio spots. I think it's over 300 radio spots that they used to play on old radio stations, you know, back in the day, promoting a movie when it was coming to your local drive-in or whatever, which I thought that was amazing. I'm like, what the hell? And then the second disc right here includes like a lot of TV spots, stuff like that. So it's a loaded set. When you get it too, like we were always talking about these major studios, they don't really put anything extra in their discs. Like, you don't have any cool, usually you don't have any of these cool booklets that tell about all this cool shit that's, you know, whatever the disc is about. And that's included in this. And also, you get a pretty sweet mini poster of Shock Festival. Something I didn't mention that's in this as well is they have, similar to Grindhouse, a lot of the fake trailers they made themselves in this. So, you know, it's a great little set to get. I think, like I said, Bloody Earth Films comes out with Shock Festival sometime in February, from what I understand. So, like I was saying, if you're into the 42nd Street Forever stuff that Synapse does, this is really cool. This is along the lines of that, and it's actually more in-depth in a lot of ways. I mean, you have, like I was saying, 3 discs, and there are audio commentaries on, 2 separate audio commentaries on all of the trailers. So it's a really sweet set. I can't recommend it enough. And yeah, really cool. Shockorama, Bloody Earth Films, Camp Motion Pictures, all the same company. Yeah, there you go, Shock Festival. The last ones I've got on this one is Blu-rays. Oh yes, Blu-rays. And one I've watched, one I haven't watched. Now, Christmas time, perfect time to watch this movie. So I finally got it. I actually bought this one for, I think it was like $7 at Target. And it's Gremlins, the 25th anniversary, I think it is. Yeah, 25th anniversary Blu-ray edition. And there haven't been a whole lot of positive reviews on this one as far as the picture quality goes and stuff. But I must say that, well, it's pretty decent in a lot of spots. It's actually, in a lot of spots, you can see how great the Blu-ray could be if they would remaster it properly. But it's sad because in a lot of other scenes it's just really soft and kind of grainy. But overall, I mean, if you can get this cheap enough, I would recommend it. I mean, the odds of them coming out with another Blu-ray of this anytime soon is pretty slim. But you never know. I mean, like I said, I got this for $7. The DVD I had wasn't a special edition, so you can't go wrong. And this is another one that'll probably, you know, here in a few months, they'll probably lower it to $10 everywhere you go. So, but it's just a really great flick to watch this time of year. And the movies like this had a certain, like I always say, innocence about them. Chris Columbus, of course, wrote this and also wrote The Goonies. And, you know, it's just a cool flick. I've always dug the film. And Joe Dante, of course, the director, also did The Howling and a bunch of other stuff. He's a master of horror. But check it out, Gremlins. I got it cheap. Shit on it. And this one, I haven't reviewed this one yet. This one doesn't come out until the end of next month, end of January. This is The Toolbox Murderers on Blue Underground. Haven't seen it. I've never watched the movie. I haven't even seen the remake either, so I'm looking forward to it, though. And Blue Underground's Blu-rays are always worth it, in my opinion. Like, all the ones that I've seen are at least a good improvement over the DVD. Most of them are a marginal improvement over the DVD. Stuff like New York Ripper and Living Dead at Manchester Ward. Hell, you know, I'm sure this one's great as well. The Toolbox Murderers. Woo, baby! I'm back yet again. It's 2 days after Christmas. Hope you guys had a lovely Christmas. I had a nice one. You know, it's always nice to reminisce with some family members that you don't get to see too often. But I got some cool stuff. I got some Blu-rays and clothes and, you know, the usual cologne. Same cologne I get every year, which I never use. I like smelling like ass. But I'm going to conclude this update. I was going to make it multiple parts, and it is 2, I guess. But it's getting too long, so I know you guys probably don't like videos over 40 minutes. So hopefully I'll try to keep this one right at 40 minutes. And a lot of people were asking, like, how we get videos longer than 10 minutes. And I guess people don't understand that we're sort of a big deal over here at Deadbit. And we get privileges. And YouTube really likes us. So we can make videos as long as we want. But I'm not going to make this one longer than 40 minutes. I've got more Blu-ray goodies I want to talk about. And then we'll call it a video. How about that? So, you know, I was talking about the Mallrats HD DVD. Well, I loaded up on some more Kevin Smith goodies. I'm going to be having a Kevin Smith Marathon. Yes, this is the Kevin Smith Blu-ray collection. 3-movie collection, whatever you want to call it. Featuring Clerks, Chasing Amy, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And, you know, I'm not expecting unbelievable video quality with this. I just gotta say. But I didn't have any of these movies. I think I might have had Jay and Silent Bob on DVD. But the other ones, no. I didn't even have the DVD versions. I think I might have Clerks on Laserdisc. So I wanted to pick these up, and it was cheap enough. It was a gift I bought for myself. So, yeah. I picked it up, and Chasing Amy, I've seen Chasing Amy once or twice, and I actually sort of liked it quite a bit. I think Joey Lauren Adams is the little girl's name that was in this, and she was also in Big Daddy and a bunch of TV shows. Really good looking, yeah. Kevin Smith actually was boning her around this time, from what I understand. So he's a lucky fucking motherfucker, Kevin Smith. Silent Bob, you piece of shit. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking these out. I haven't watched them yet. And in fact, as far as these Blu-rays go, I haven't watched any of these. So, I picked this up. This was like $39.99 on sale at Amazon. So, yeah, be some cool editions, non-horror stuff. You know, I'm in the mood. Lately, I haven't been watching a whole lot of horror movies. So, but that's the Kevin Smith 3-movie pack. And this other one a friend of mine picked up for me. Which is pretty cool. I mean, he made a good choice because I don't have this on DVD either. And I haven't seen it in quite some time. And that's Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. Which is the movie that Arlie Ermey, it pretty much started his acting career as the drill sergeant, you know. And I have vivid memories of this movie. Watching it for the very first time, my dad renting it at a video store. I woke up from a nap hearing some of the shit that Arlie Ermey was saying, and I was like, oh my God, this is like I don't know, this is like an awakening in 2 levels, because I started cussing like the guy ever since. No shit, I really did. Like you know, at 10 years old, I was cussing at my parents and stuff like that for a while. So this movie had a very influential effect on me, and it's really 2 films. Stanley Kubrick, you know, the writing in this movie is amazing. And I really love this movie. I mean, the first half I really, really like it. But I'm looking forward to seeing the whole movie again. Because as a kid, I would just watch up until they left, you know, the boot camp, or whatever it was, the training facility. And I would sort of turn it off because I sort of lost interest in it. But I want to check it all out. You know. And I hear it's this version. There was 2 versions of Blu-ray. The original one with the poster art, Born to Kill, is a white cover, you know. I think they fucked that transfer up royally. So this is the corrected version. Looking forward to checking this one out. Like I said, I don't even have it on Blu-ray or on DVD. But now I've got it on the superior format that is Blu-ray. And yeah, of course, Vincent D'Onofrio, Matthew Modine, Adam Baldwin, Arlie Ermey. It's a really cool flick, though. I remember, you know, it's one of those movies that I've just always liked. Oh, up next, something that we were sent to review, because like we said, we're deadpan. And I saw this one in the theater, so I can talk about the movie a little bit. It is District 9, directed by Neil Blomkamp, and you know, Peter Jackson sort of presented it, a la Wes Craven, Dracula 2000. A lot better than Dracula 2000, though. This is one of those movies, though, I want to watch it again, because I didn't get to really take it in properly when I saw it in theaters. One of those days where I had to get up like 6 o'clock in the morning, go to work. Then I didn't get to watch. I think we watched the late showing at like 9:30. So I was pretty out of it. And but I remember great visuals in this, and I've actually heard early reviews on this Blu-ray that this is like demo quality video and audio as well, if you have the proper equipment. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Really cool sci-fi movie, a different sort of sci-fi movie for this era. And yeah, so District 9, looking forward to checking this one out. You'll probably see a written review up on Dead Pit, or Uncle Bill, as you all know, recently got Blu-ray. He did, folks. You know, all the Blu-ray hate from back in the day. So we may actually get to review this on the show. You may be seeing regular Blu-ray reviews on the radio show now. So that'll be cool. But yeah, sweet movie. If you want to get a good demo disc, I'm sure this is great. Next one up is another really loud action sci-fi movie. Didn't really like this movie that much, but you know, I had to ask for a couple of Blu-rays. It's easy shit to go buy, you know, so I asked for it. Just because, I mean, it's fucking Terminator, man. Like, whether or not Arnold is in it or not, you know, Christian Bale unfortunately was in it and he didn't do too good in it. But loud explosions, the perfect, just like District 9, I mean, the perfect audio-visual experience on Blu-ray. And to me, I mean, it's cool. Like, a lot of the older movies look really good, but a big reason to get Blu-ray is for newer action films. Like, the old stuff, it can look great. There's no fucking way it can look as good as movies like this, or District 9, or the new Star Trek movie. Those are just shot digitally, edited digitally. It's like 100% digital, the picture is most of the time. So, these are the reason, like, movies like this are the reason Blu-ray is such a success right now. I mean, these big action, you know, even Terminator, or even Transformers, the Transformers movies, as bad as those movies are, those are films that are really meant to be enjoyed in HD. Like, there's a few people out there that the trendy thing is, fuck Blu-ray, fuck it. You know, Uncle Bill sort of started that, and now he's you know, bandwagon. I'll jump on the bandwagon while it's hot. And these people, like, okay, I defy you son of a bitches to go get a 50-inch LCD TV with a Blu-ray player, play the DVD, even upscale the fucking thing of this compared to the Blu-ray. If you can't tell a marginal difference in the video quality, then you're fucking blind, or dumb, or both. So, movies like this is meant for HD. I'm looking forward to checking this out. This did have a really, I marked out during the scene where they actually, I think it was Roland Kickinger, the guy that, he really looks just like Arnold anyway, but I think they computerized Arnold's face on his head, and it was really cool looking. He actually looked like Arnold from the original Terminator, which was pretty badass. So yeah, I mean, this is, like, to me, a movie like this had the potential, getting back to the movie, to be really good, but I think Christian Bale didn't belong in this movie, okay? I'm not slamming the guy. I mean, I actually think he's good in some roles. I think American Psycho, he did a good job in American Psycho. Did a really good job as Bruce Wayne in Batman. I didn't think he was particularly good as Batman. The rough, grisly voice didn't do much for me, but you could have went with somebody else as John Connor in this. It was kind of shitty. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this again. Moon Blood good than this, so yeah, I'll be watching it again soon. So the last Blu-ray I do have, had to pick this up. This was probably the surprise of the year for me, because I kept watching the trailer for this movie and I was like, there's no way this can be good. But it ended up being flat out great. Probably my favorite movie of the year I saw in theaters, and that would be Inglourious Basterds, baby. Just a really fun movie. Quentin Tarantino, I think it's the best movie he's done in quite some time. I would say maybe the best since Pulp Fiction, actually. I mean, I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit, and you know, not for the people that are in for historical accuracy, if you will, but it's just a really, really fun little movie. Brad Pitt did an amazing job in it. Eli Roth, I hate to admit it, Eli, you did a great job. You had me laughing my ass off. Great. Great movie. Looking forward to checking it out. I hear the Blu-ray's amazing. So, yeah. Inglourious Bastards. And I'm pretty sure this came with a slipcover, but yeah, this was the last copy they had at Wally World, so didn't have a slipcover on it, but I wanted to see it. I don't give a shit. I got the Blu-ray. So that's it. I'll probably have some other cool stuff coming up in the weeks and months ahead. Got some pretty neat things for Christmas that I might showcase a little bit. I got some cool stuff coming in that I might show you guys. But that is it for the update. Hope you guys enjoy. Definitely tune in this Friday, January the 1st, 2010. Yes, we're having a show. One of the most requested guests, believe it or not, is Jim Van Bever, the independent filmmaker that did the Manson Family, Deadbeat at Dawn, My Sweet Satan, stuff like that. We're going to have part 1 of a 2-part interview with that guy. And if you haven't seen any of those movies, I highly recommend you guys check those movies out. There's actually a Visions, I think it's called Visions of Hell box set that Dark Sky Films made, and you buy that and you will not be disappointed, because this guy, it was just amazing, the stuff that he did with what he had. And it's a really great interview coming up. It's going to be a 2-parter. I'm really proud of it and hope you guys check it out. But until then, you'll have a safe and happy New Year. Don't drink too much. But if you do drink, go enjoy the Dead Pit Drunken Commentary. We got Hostel, and we're going to have Fog, the Fog remake. Both drunken commentaries over at deadpit.com's fan commentary section. So check that out. Give us some money, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.